Hi guys, Steve here. This is my Samsung A70. It's a mid-range phone and I've had it under a year. Everything on it is good apart from one thing which is really irritating and one thing so annoying I wish I never brought it. I've had these problems since I've got it, but we just seem to be getting worse. The phone's still being sold now, so that's why I'm doing this video, to give you the heads up. The minor irritating thing is when you plug your headphones into the headphone jack, sometimes you don't get any sound through the speakers, sometimes you only get one speaker working or the other, and you have to stand there twizzling the headphone jack just to try and get all the speakers working. Then if you put the phone in a pocket and something touches the headphone jack, like your clothes or pocket, the sound cuts off in one or all of the speakers. You've got to stand there again trying to turn the head jack to get all the speakers on. I've tried two different sets of headphones, so it's the phone's port that's the problem. Here I've placed sellotape on each earphone, and I'm going to place one at the side of this camera's microphone, then one on the other side, and show you what it sounds like when the headphone jack is touched. Then I'm going to play one of my videos on the phone so you can hear the sound. As you can see, the sound's working. I'll plug the headphones in. The sound cuts off, but it should be playing through the speakers at this point. Sometimes only one speaker works, but to get it to work you've got to turn the headphone jack, and you've got to get the headphone jack exactly in the right position, otherwise you'll only get the left speaker working, the right one, or none of them. And I've got to do this every time I'm listening to music while going for a walk. As you can hear, it was on the left speaker, and I turned it and it went to the right speaker, and I keep turning it, now it's gone off. So you've got to mess around with it to try and get both speakers on. And you've got to get a headphone jack exactly in the right position, otherwise you'll only get the left speaker working, the right one, or none of them. And I've got to do this every time I'm listening to music while going for a walk, which is really irritating. But the worst thing about this phone is its Wi-Fi is absolutely terrible. When you want to use it, it keeps dropping Wi-Fi connection when every other wireless device in the house works fine and is on while this has no Wi-Fi. The phone could be okay for half an hour, a few hours, or you could pick it up and it's got no Wi-Fi and it keeps going on and off. Then when you're using it, it just shuts off without warning and you've got to stop what you're doing until it comes back on again. It's almost impossible to record because by the time you got your camcorder out, turned on and ready to shoot, the Wi-Fi's come back on again. I put up with it for the first few months, but now I'm just sick to death of it and I don't trust it working when I want at all. You can just sit there and watch your Wi-Fi aerial strength go up and down, and that's fine as long as it works. But then the Wi-Fi will just shut off for 5 seconds, 10, 20, half a minute, 2 minutes, and it's so frustrating when you're in the middle of a call. It's got to the point that when I pick it up to use it, I'm expecting the Wi-Fi to cut off. I'm hoping it'll just do it once for a few seconds, but it's totally random when it happens and for how long for. Like sometimes when I have long calls, it could cut off from 5 to 10, 15 times in a call, which will definitely piss you off. It seems to do it more when I'm near my computer and there's lots of wires around, so I think this phone's just got a terribly weak Wi-Fi aerial. To their credit, Samsung sent a mobile engineer to my house to look at it, but a guy just played YouTube videos for 5 minutes 10 feet away from the router and said it was fine. I've told him it could be fine for hours and it's totally random when it cuts off and how long for, and that every other Wi-Fi device in the house stays on and works fine when the Wi-Fi on this phone shut off, and that my old Samsung A5 phone works fine, has got better reception than this and has never cut off when the phones are right next to each other with the same wireless router that I've had for years. So he took it into his van for 5 minutes, came out and said because the Wi-Fi hadn't cut off he can't find anything wrong with it, blaming the router and saying the A70 phone is getting a different kind of Wi-Fi signal. Bullshit. I told Samsung that and he offered to send a phone to a shop to look at it for a few days, but they could just place the phone next to a wireless router and look at it a few times a day and not find a problem. But this is my only phone, I'll have to back up and wipe everything again. I've got 2-step authentication on this, so I can't be without a phone. I told him no at a time, but I might have to take him up on it, as it's been a couple of months since the engineer came round, and I'm just sick to death with this Wi-Fi cutting off all the time. I want to connect to the internet when I'm not on my computer, but I'm not able to reliably do it on this phone. So when I want to talk to people, I've got to turn on my computer and go to Discord, as I'll just keep getting cut off if I'm on my phone. So I'm probably going to have to buy another phone and send this one off, but it's put me off from buying Samsung again, because I don't know if I'd get the same bad Wi-Fi aerial as this one. So if you've got a phone with good Wi-Fi reception, please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe if you've not already, and click the bell icon to get notified of when I upload next. There's links to other videos at the end. Comment on what you would like to see. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye.